Hey there, quirky peeps! Today we are going to look at every Vibranium invention in the MCU. So far, Vibranium is MCU's most precious metal. It will remain to be the strongest metal until Adamantium makes its debut. And we all know that Wakanda is the only reserve of this prized metal. They've had a whole mountain of Vibranium for centuries as it landed on Earth as a meteor thousands of years ago. Since then, the metal shaped the development of Wakanda and turned it into the most advanced nation on Earth. It has been a mainstay in the MCU for over a decade now. But ever since Black Panther came along, the involvement of Vibranium has become quite regular. Now let's begin to look at everything that has been created with Vibranium within the MCU. Before we do that, you could do us a favor by hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon. Thanks. Okay, here goes. First up we have Captain America's shield. The most infamous and commonly known Vibranium tool is none other than Captain America's shield. Ultron's statement was quite funny.
The most versatile substance on the planet, and they used it to make a frisbee.
But still, this frisbee turned out to be the most dependable weapon in Captain America's arsenal. It became a symbol of righteousness and inspired many. So far, we've had 3 versions of Captain America's shield made out of Vibranium. The first one was created by Howard Stark during World War II. Cap carried that for years until it was wrecked by Thanos in Endgame. But before the final Endgame battle, T'Challa granted Cap with 2 other Vibranium shield gauntlets.
Get this man a shield.
He used them in Infinity War and we never saw them again. After Endgame, Old Man Steve Rogers brought another Vibranium shield into the picture. The history of the shield is unknown, and people even theorize that it could be made out of the comic-accurate substance that is Proto-Adamantium. But the Falcon and the Winter Soldier implied that this new shield was still Vibranium only. And now, Sam Wilson carries it as he is the new Captain America. Cap's wings. Speaking of the new Captain America, Sam got a newly upgraded Exo 7 jetpack. Ulysses Clow mentioned that the Wakandans actually wore Vibranium in their clothes. So one could theorize that Sam's suit could probably have a layer of Vibranium, providing him protection against bullets and repulsor blasts. But even if it doesn't, the wings are surely made up of the current strongest metal on Earth. The design of these wings is just great, as they form a perfect protective dome with the shield. And look how strong they are. They actually dug into the ground even before the chopper hit them. Being made up of Vibranium, these wings and the shield absorbed the impact of the chopper. That's what allowed a normal human like Sam to sustain such immense force without harming himself. And this time, not even a super soldier like John Walker could rip them apart. Tony's Vibranium. Okay, this may not be the typical strongest metal on Earth version of Vibranium that we are used to seeing. Iron Man 2 revealed that the palladium isotopes in Tony's arc reactor were unstable. They were killing him, so he discovered, or rather rediscovered, a new element which became a replacement for the palladium core. The MCU didn't technically give it a name in the movies, but the Iron Man 2 novelization simply called it Vibranium. Now this novelization may or may not be canon, but it is obvious that Tony's new element was different from the strongest metal on Earth, although it had the same name, so it was worth mentioning in this video. After all, this different Vibranium discovery is what made Tony absolutely unstoppable within the MCU. He just kept on building more and more advanced suits and weapons after discovering this new element. Black Panther suits. Besides Captain America's shields, the second most notable use of Vibranium is to create Black Panther suits. Since Wakanda has an abundant supply of this alien metal, Black Panther obviously gets the most advanced Vibranium woven suits. Technically, it was T'Chaka who first wore the suit on the big screen since his scenes took place in 1992. Then the second live-action version of the Black Panther suit was seen in Captain America: Civil War, where T'Challa made his debut. His old-school Vibranium weave suit was then replaced with a nanotech Vibranium suit. And there was another golden Black Panther suit that Killmonger wore. It came to be known as the Golden Jaguar. Ultron.
You been juicing? A little Vibranium cocktail?
Upon its birth, the AI created its first version with scrap metal and the damaged pieces of iron suits. Then it created 2 other refined bodies. One of these bodies acquired the Vibranium that Ulysses Clow stole in the 90s. Tony destroyed this particular version of Ultron. After that, the third body of Ultron worked on infusing Vibranium into his final form. It created a Vibranium body, which was the 4th and final version of Ultron. Vibranium may be the strongest metal on Earth, and it absorbs the most amount of kinetic energy. But it isn't indestructible. You may have noticed that when Thanos destroyed Captain America's shield. But the MCU actually provided proof for this back in Age of Ultron, while Vision, Iron Man, and Thor actually melted the Vibranium form of Ultron. Vision. While creating a Vibranium body for himself, the third form of Ultron also created a Vibranium body for another android. He used Helen Cho's regeneration cradle to create and bind synthetic tissue made out of Vibranium. Vision is completely made up of this strong element, and he was actually supposed to be the fifth and final form of Ultron. But the Avengers intervened, and Tony added Jarvis's matrix into Vision's body. This version of Vision operated until Infinity War. Then Wanda created another Vision, which originated from within her. And then Sword converted the original Vision into White Vision. The main city in Wakanda. Wakanda possesses an entire mountain of Vibranium, so it is safe to assume that most things in their main advanced city are made out of Vibranium. This element actually improved the fertility of their ground, allowing successful crop harvesting. The metal used to build the main city of Wakanda and other cities in the country is also Vibranium. Wakanda used it to create a massive camouflage dome around its boundaries to hide in plain sight. This element was also used as a source of energy to generate electricity. And as I mentioned it earlier, the Wakandans also wear Vibranium in their clothes. Wakandan weapons. Shuri is the one leading Wakanda's technological advancements. Besides the Black Panther suits, she created many advanced weapons for the Wakandan soldiers with Vibranium. The Dora Milaje carries Vibranium-powered spears. Nakia used circular Vibranium blades. Shuri's blasters were also created with the same element. The camouflage shields that the Border Tribe soldiers carried were made out of Vibranium. And the metal was probably used to create Wakanda's airplanes and the troop carriers seen in Infinity War. Bucky's arm. After Tony wrecked Bucky's titanium arm with his Unibeam blast, T'Challa gave him a new Vibranium arm. It obviously provides him with combat assistance. He can even defend himself against lethal incoming attacks. The arm absorbs kinetic energy from projectiles. It can easily sustain bullets, and probably even grenades. I presume this arm should have had the ability to collect and release the kinetic energy similar to how Black Panther does with his new suit. But the Falcon and the Winter Soldier did not show that ability. So it may not be there, or maybe it saved that for the future. Although, it did show us that Bucky's Vibranium arm can be destabilized, just like the raw Vibranium carried by high-speed Wakandan trains. Klau's arm.
Where did you get this weapon?
After Ultron cut off Klau's arm, the Black Panther villain used a piece of previously stolen Vibranium to create a new prosthetic arm. This arm carried a weaponized cannon that crushed a car in an instant. It was powerful enough to even have an impact upon Black Panther's Vibranium suit. These are all the Vibranium inventions in the MCU. Black Panther 2 and the upcoming Wakanda and Okoye series will obviously introduce some more inventions. But which of these Vibranium tools are your favorite? Let us know in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. And don't forget to check out some more fun videos on our channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!